it's just saving my life. Because I genuinely feel like I'm doing everything I'm doing right now because it actually feels like it's healing me. I guess like part of it, like I am creating, but I'm also just like documenting everything that I'm creating because for one, I want to put things out there that like not everyone's gonna put out there, like shit that I actually genuinely struggle with, like whether it's like depression or whether like I'm trying to figure out something when it comes to the music business or when it comes to like being an entrepreneur. Not everyone talks about that shit, but they'll like be down to teach us. They'll tell us all these things like you gotta do this, but they never really show like the trial and error of certain things when they're actually trying to figure shit out from scratch. And so that's kind of something I definitely want to put out there and just have people like join my journey, but also just kind of like understand like, yo, I'm putting everything out on Front Street and I just don't care. Like I don't really care. Like I'm doing everything that I'm doing for me because if I don't, I'm gonna feel like I'm just trapped.
So there are 3 teachers of life: being broke, getting your heart broken, and losing someone you love.
Oh shit.
Have you had one of those? Have you had all 3 of those?
I've had all 3.
You want to talk about it?
All 3. Yeah, let's talk about it. All right, being broke, we're still navigating now. And that's just because, like, let's be honest.
You refuse to get a 9 to 5?
Yeah, like, I'm just not, like, I'll do it. I don't have a problem. This is the thing. Anybody that knows me knows that, like, I've always been the person that'll just pick up another job. But as I'm getting older, and the more I notice I keep fighting with myself, like, I'm not about to do this and that, like, if I'm gonna work that hard for somebody else, I might as well just do it for myself. Because then at least then I know down the line, I don't necessarily have to feel regret. And that's like one thing I don't ever in my life want to be like those people that just grow old to be like bitter and regretful. Like I do not want that for myself. That's the last thing I want for myself. I'd rather just go hard, go all in and just at least try. Because then at least I'll be like, at least I fucking tried. Like if all else failed, at least I tried. Maybe my definition of broke, again, I put hella pressure on myself. So even if I have money, I'm going to tell myself that I have no money. Because I'm not where I want to be.
Okay.
If I'm not where I want to be, also too, like, I'd rather just spend my money on just like something that's worth it. And when it comes to just helping people, like, I don't know, like I'll just give everything. And I learned that even, okay, let's talk about the next one, relationships. Like me being heartbroken, it's because I realized, bro, I'll literally give everything. I don't like, I'll lose all of it. Like I don't care as long as I have you, and that's detrimental as fuck. Because you get left with shit. No, but I mean, like it's just. So
you did that. You gave everything.
I gave everything. I gave up everything. But it's also like, let's be real, I did it. I can't say like it's their fault. Like that's just genuinely for one how I love and however they made me feel, like I was down to do that. Straight up, like I was down to do that and I would do it again. Like it's just crazy. Like I'm just like that. Like I'll be like, fuck, I'll do it again. Like I don't, as long as I don't regret, I guess. So like I'm still gonna like try. Like I could be broke as shit and I don't have something for myself, but somehow if for some reason someone I love tells me like, oh, I need this, or they're in some sort of rut, like I'm gonna figure it out. Like I'm gonna make money up here from somewhere. Like, that's just me. Like it's weird. So it's like,
is that something you want to change about yourself, or we just keeping it going, keep it pushing it?
Well, I'm never gonna trick on nobody, so I guess I'm down to stay like this.
Okay.
I'm down to stay like this because it's just how I love. It just is what it is. Like I don't think money and love should even be in the same conversation. So I just feel like
that's you though.
Yeah.
What was the other one?
I really just want to help people though. I don't know what it is. I feel like it's because I went through, honestly I do know this, like I think it's because I went through so much of feeling like I don't have help or feeling like I'm alone. So I just be like, yo, just in case anybody feels like that, like I promise you I got you. Because I wasn't trying to vocalize it. I don't know if anybody else is not trying to vocalize it too. So I don't know, it's just something that's in me. And then as far as like losing people, I've definitely lost some people. But I mean that just comes with life. I think with death though, I kind of gotten a lot better with that, and I got better with that in my like teenage years. To the point where like I would speak at the funerals, like type shit. Like I used to be the one speaking at the funerals as a teenager, cause like I don't know, like maybe it's like me loving philosophy, but like I dead ass would. I can't believe I would speak at the funerals, but like no, like I think I could just grasp death a lot better. But see, that's why I care so much about like legacy and all this stuff. Because with death, I feel like for me personally, when I'm wrapped in that, like I'm learning a lot. As I'm getting older too, I'm starting to think like, oh, maybe we've had past lives. Because I'm getting more into like just learning more so about my spirit, and I'm starting to feel like maybe we just move on to the next thing. Like we'll just reincarnate as something else.
Okay, for
I
sure.
don't know what, but we'll just reincarnate as something else.
Can we talk about your suicide trips?
Yeah.
So you said you had 3 of them.
Yeah.
When was the first one?
The first one was when I was 19. Sometimes I really just don't remember like what happened, like genuinely. Like I just kind of remember like the first time I remember me like kind of like arguing in the hospital, being like, yo, I'm not doing no 5150, like and they're like, no, we highly suggest you just go do this, like we're not letting you go otherwise. So it's like I remember like trying to advocate for myself, but I also remember being like so fucked up off like bars and like just a lot of it like I just genuinely don't remember. A lot of times I just remember like waking up, being super, super manic, having all this energy, being up for days at a time, not sleeping, not eating, like just all types of stuff, and then just like boom, I know something big happened, but I don't remember that. I just remember waking up in the hospital and just being like, oh shit. There's a nurse telling me she's gotta take my life. I was like, I genuinely don't remember. But I can't always recall like how I felt before, like whether I was feeling like I was out of control sometimes, actually feeling like damn, I really might be like bipolar for real, because sometimes I wouldn't be able to like control my emotions. Like no matter how hard I tried, I'm like, damn, I'm good at all this other stuff and I just can't control my emotions. Like that don't make no sense to me. Like it would make me like super angry because I'm hard on myself. So it was like even all this stuff that I'm studying, all this like lessons I have in my head, all these things that I already know I know better, like that shit was not translating. Like when I hit rock bottom, like I was I feel like a lot of times I was screaming and just nobody heard me. Like nobody heard me. So I just feel like I hit like a wall whenever I ended up in a hospital. Like, damn. But it would always get me in this sort of state of like, sometimes I'd be like, damn, like I'd probably do it again because I genuinely just don't want to be here. And a lot of that, like, again, it just comes from the pressure, but always feeling like, I don't know, like I'm just dull up. Like there's no point of life. And I don't really like that feeling because even now, like all I think about is purpose. So it's like weird. Because even then I was this exact same way. Like I always thought about purpose. I always thought about legacy, but it was just like, I was so deep in my thoughts that I feel like I was genuinely fighting myself. And once, because I'm so like all 10 toes on like my identity and like this is who I am, I'm so like strong-headed and like strong-willed when it comes to that like me fighting against myself was like the ultimate monster. Like, yo, this is the one thing that I'm like, damn, like I'm battling my head and like it's my head and my heart, like it's not lining up. Like I'm just battling myself, truly just battling myself. That was the hardest thing for me. Even to this day, like that'll always be the hardest thing for me. It's just sometimes like the shit that I tell myself in my head, like sometimes your self-talk you gotta fix, but sometimes it's just like recognizing like shit is okay. Like you don't gotta stress out over like everything, or sometimes I really just gotta release. And I think that's like the major thing is like anytime I ended up in the hospital, bro, my emotions were like over, like they were like way beyond full. So at that point I had already reached a tipping point, and I feel like as long as I'm able to like control my emotions as they're building up, I have it under control. Sometimes I just gotta like take a walk. Sometimes I really gotta write it out, do what I'm doing here, or a lot of times I really just gotta voice it. I don't care if nobody even listens. Sometimes I just gotta like let it all out, even if it just comes out as like verbal vomit. Like I just gotta let it out.
What are your mediums when you let it out?
It's
Besides
still
music?
the same shit as when I was a kid. Like I'll still go to the gym. That's number one. First thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna hit the gym. I might play ball. Like, I'm gonna do something physical. Like just because me specifically, when I'm like feeling hella emotional, I get really manic. So I get all this energy that's like in me, and I gotta find a way to let it out, or else I'll be sitting there and my head stuck, and that shit just doesn't feel good. So yeah, definitely working out. Another one is reading and writing. That's like major for me. Just being able to like also look back at my thoughts. Like I'll look back at things that I wrote and just kind of remember things that like I may have forgotten about, or certain things that I like to like just keep fresh in my mind, or maybe I want to shift my perspective on something, but like it's not automatic for me. So it's like I gotta read it to be like, oh, okay, no, that's the mentality or the perspective I'm a basically like adapt to. So I don't know, like it's that. A lot of times it's just music. I love listening to music, love making music. It's literally everything I'm doing here now. This is my full release. Like music, working out, I guess lifestyle is just everything I do. I feel like right now this is the biggest point in my life, and it's because right now it's like the first time I feel like, damn, at 27 right now, I feel like a kid again. Like I'm just like right now, I just feel so free that I'm just kind of like, you know what I feel like doing? I woke up like 2 weeks ago and I was like, I'm about to just live my life like it's a talent show. I'm about to just live my life like it's a talent show. Like I'm about to have fun this year. And that, like I just don't plan on looking back. Because even every time I say it, like, yo, I'm about to live my life like it's a talent show, I just get excited. Because I'm like, all the things that I can possibly do to like let out my energy and just let out my being, like that's what I'm gonna do. Anything I need to do to make myself feel better.
Do you think it's an age thing to where you gain that wisdom, or do you think it's an energy thing to where this year was like, this came with energy?
I think it's an energy thing, but also me feeling like 27 would be an important birthday. I just don't know why. I have no clue why. I just always felt like, I don't know, something's gonna happen then. But I think energy involved now, I'm just kind of like, oh shit. Like, I do feel a shift, and it's the fact that I just want to, my whole point of life right now is just kind of just be as free as possible. It's the only time I'm happy is when I'm free to just do as I please, create as I please. It's the happiest I am.
I cut you off, but you did say something about therapy. So you've gone to therapy?
Yes, so I have gone to therapy.
Okay.
And I realized I work with
Is that like a past tense or like we still going?
Past tense.
Okay.
Yeah, past tense. But it's because too, like our relationship kind of outgrew, but like I finally had I went through like trial and error with therapists. I fucking hated therapy. I would just sit there and lie about all my emotions. Like I don't feel nothing. Like I would just lie because I felt like they were already trying to write a narrative for me that like was based on what was written on paper, and it's like you haven't asked me shit yet. Like you're just kind of assuming or insinuating that you kind of know me, so you're just rolling with that when it's like I feel like you should just let me talk and then you work with what I'm telling you. And then I finally met like a male therapist that actually did that, and then I kind of realized like, oh shit, that was like a life changer for me. Like it was a little Good Will Hunting-ish, but like that worked for me. And that was like a on and off thing for like a couple years, like 3 years for sure. But like it worked for me. I had to do intensive ass therapy though, so like his style is what worked for me. I can say that. So like I actually am a huge advocate of therapy. That's why when I said that, I also completely understand people's like fear and apprehension of like, you know, I'm not trying to do therapy. I get it. Like, I get it 100% because I used to be the exact same way, and I would purposely go into therapy. Like, they're not gonna know nothing about me. Like, I dare them to pick my brain. Like, I really do. And then I kind of just, like, at some point met someone that just kind of, like, I was like, oh shit, I could, like, put my walls down. And, like, they're gonna listen, and I'm not really gonna, like, get judged. It don't even matter what I tell them because I get to leave up out of here and we don't got to see each other until the next session. So it's like, I don't know, like, I think just being able to, like, actually voice out my like, thoughts and, like, emotions.
Your past.
Did a lot for me.
Okay.
And my past, like, just letting a lot of that shit go because that's big for me. Like, I just don't, I've seen a lot of people, especially, like, where we come from, like, they just get older and they just get bitter about, like, everything. And I'm always in my house like, bro, I do not want to be those people. Like, please, Lord, like, if anything, when I grow older, just don't make me bitter. Like, if anything, just don't make me bitter and don't let me be regretful. So, like, that, it weighed on me 10 times more because I'm, like, trying to, like, let go of certain things, trying to grapple with, like, everything that I went through, like, with, like, sports or, like, what people thought I should be doing with my time, or, like, transferring mad different schools. Like, I transferred schools, like, damn near every year in high school, like, type shit. So it's just, like, never, low-key, I never recognized it then, but, like, not really having, like, stability for real. Like, just all that, like, it all came with a lot. That's why I'm at the point now where it's like, I just want to do everything that genuinely makes me feel good. And it's this, it's music, it's being able to talk. That's why my boy's like, yo, let's just have a podcast, because, like, clearly there's stuff to talk about and we got to check in with each other more. It's just stuff that we value, so it's this stuff, being around people that I love and care about and that love and care about me and shit. Like, it just makes me feel better. Like, I'm genuinely in a good place, and I'm gonna make sure I stay in a good place by, like, creating and doing exactly what I'm doing now.